Thank you for joining me. My name is Peter Stern, and today we're going to work on the Greenside bunker. And you might hear the expression, but people will say that the Greenside bunker should be one of the easiest shots in golf. And most people disagree with that. They say, no, not for me, it's not easy. But they say it's the easiest shot because it's the only shot in golf where you're supposed to miss the golf ball. So no point in a good sand shot does the club head ever come in contact with the ball itself. Of course, what we're doing is we're taking the sand that the ball is sitting on and we're splashing out the sand so the ball comes out on a cushion of sand. So what I try to do when I'm in the sand is I try to treat the ball in my mind like it's a grain of sand, okay? I can care less about this golf ball because the ball is not my target, the sand is. So the first thing we're going to do setup-wise is we're going to have a slightly open stance. So my feet are going to be aiming a little bit left of my intended target. And because my stance is open, we now open the face of the club to account for that. So in the sand, we don't want the club to dig in with what we call the leading edge. We want the club to splash through the sand with the trailing edge, or what we call the bounce, which is this angle back here. Okay. So I don't want my club to just dig into the sand like that. We want the club to kind of splash through the sand like that. So we open the face for that reason. From there, we play the ball right in the middle, which is a little deceiving, but the ball's right in the middle of my feet. And then we dig into the sand. And we dig in for a couple of reasons. Number one, for better balance, better stability, which is very important, very true. Make sure you stay very stable. Another good reason is to test the consistency of the sand. Okay, is it wet, firm, dry, soft? In this case, dry and soft. But the most important reason why we dig into the sand is to literally get lower than the ball. So what I've just done is I've lowered my body. I'm a good inch lower than that ball right now. So it's going to make it that much easier for me to splash out that sand. Okay, so that's why we really dig in. And then last thing I have you picture is if I drew a 2-inch diameter circle around the ball. So if I do a circle just like that, our goal is to splash out that circle. Okay. So the ball is not my target. I want my club to enter the sand about 2 inches behind the ball. We want the club to exit the sand about 2 inches in front of the ball. And as long as we splash out that sand, that ball will come out on a cushion of sand. Okay. Now, finally, one of the keys to becoming a better sand player is really focusing on the wrist. So what I do here is I let my wrist hinge pretty quickly going back, depending on how far I went to hit the bunker shot. But then we keep the wrist hinge coming down and splash out that sand. So we got to fight that instinct to kind of chop or kind of scoop it out of the sand. Okay. So again, I'm going to start my club not behind the ball, a good 2 inches behind it. That's my target. I'm going to let my wrist hinge, keep my wrist hinge, and then splash out that sand. Okay. And then that ball should come out on that nice cushion of sand. So you notice the ball will come out very high, comes out a lot of spin. So the cool thing is when it does hit the green, it's going to have a lot of zip to it. It's going to put on the brakes, which is always cool. So long story short, that's how you play a sand shot. So hopefully next time you're in the bunker, you can say to yourself, you know what, I got that shot, which is always better than the fear factor of, oh, I'm in a Greenside bunker. All right. So hopefully that helps you with the game. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys on the next one.